drive safely.
It's our defending champion Terry Little against Kevin Clark in this opening game, week 1 of men's 5-pin play, both with strikes up in 2.
Come on, let's go.
Oh yeah. After missing the head pin in that first frame, now that's back-to-back strikes for our defending champion.
2 shots in exactly the same location in the lane. He's playing in between the second and third arrow from the right gutter. A little bit of angle and some rotation, but right hand pocket, he'll score very well here.
There as it is. That's 3 marks in a row, back-to-back strikes for Kevin Clark out of Regina, Saskatchewan. Now, you were talking about his approach to the line.
Well, he's really smooth and controlled. Low backswing, you can see second arrow, big angle into the pocket. I think Kevin's best shot is going to be that left-hand pocket because of the angle.
Now, where do you pick up on something like that? I mean, if you're teaching me, you're telling me to take it, maybe just slightly off center. Where does he pick up on being so far over the line?
Experience and a lot of bowling over the years, and he said he just moved this far outside left in about the last year or so, and he really felt comfortable out there. He didn't have to put anything extra on the ball. It was just playing that straight angle, and as long as he gets good lift on the ball, he's got a chance to break it, splits up.
Well, he's got 4 marks, 2 spares, 2 strikes, sits at 95 through 3.
It's a good shot. Look at the lift. He's got that ball out on the lane 10 to 12 feet.
Terry Little has something going here. He's got a couple of strikes up as he plays in 4. Interesting, we talk about all this experience. Before his championship of a year ago, he had only been on TV once, and that was in the Pins game back in the 03-04 season. And he made it to the semis that year. That was a tough break. Didn't get the left corner to go.
A little bit thick in the right-hand pocket. Terry doesn't play a lot of angle, so he's got to rely on the rotation and being really accurate, picking the right pocket to be in. He'll go cross lane at this, probably right over the center arrow. Little angle.
Ooh.
He missed that one right off the bat.
And that's just a giveaway. That just completely snaps off the 2-strike count that he had now, and now he's just looking for his 15.
Well, we talked about those openings. He had an open in the first and now an open in the fourth. And with to give a player of Kevin Clark that kind of openings early in a match, boy, it may be tough to come back from this.
So you see the advantage, 14 pins through 3. Clark with the spare up in 4, and Terry with his second open.
Terry lots of time, sets himself on the approach. Really nice, smooth 3-step delivery.
And then the punch. Funny, I talked to him prior to the game starting. I said, well, how well were you playing last year? And in his estimation, he didn't think he was throwing it very well when he won. That, when he watched himself on TV and his friends pointed out that he may have been not following through, he got away with a lot, he says.
Well, again, it's about the accuracy, and the follow-through sometimes helps create that rotation that'll break up splits and, bad pinfall. So obviously he was very accurate. Anytime you can average 295, you're playing very well.
Well, good job again by our defending champion. But that's back-to-back opens now. He's 111 through 5. Now, this is what we talked about Sandy Anderson was so good at in winning her championship. The opportunity Kevin Clark has seen now a couple of opens from Little. Can he jump on him with some kind of a mark?
Good lift again, right on the nose. Again, just missed the mark here at the arrows, and that's the result. He throws the ball so hard, mostly end over end roll. He's not getting much movement.
Kevin, who bowls out of the Bowlerama lanes on the Golden Mile Bowling Center in Regina. League average of 257. Just the one prior TV appearance, and that was in last year's Canadian Bowling Championship, and he lost in the preliminaries, lost at this stage. Bowled a 228 and won $250. But there again, now you see there's a difference. I mean, if you put where that open is and the 127, you put a strike in there, put a spare in there, you've got some pin count going. So we'll see if that hurts him ultimately.
Little awkward at the foul line there. Didn't have a great finish to that slide step, but got the ball in a perfect location. And right on the second arrow that time. Great reaction. Little now needs a strike to keep pace in this game. Oh yeah,
That's good.
dead solid in that right hand pocket.
And responding to the pressure.
Follow through is a little different. He comes across the side of his body just a little bit. Really nice, smooth, controlled approach.
Yeah, he sure seems to be planted when he releases.
Very solid.
Looking for back-to-back strikes here.
He got that wide left, and the ball started to make a move back to the head pin, but again, because of the amount of oil on the lanes, get a little bit of skid and not the same movement.
Remember in ladies play, we lost our defending champion very early in that opening week. Michelle Johnstone of Regina went out in the preliminaries. And a nice cover there for Terry as he picks up the spare. So he's got a couple of marks going.
Kevin Clark now 7th frame. Chance to double and increase his advantage in this match. Smooth the line. Oh,
good.
big string pull there.
Good.
And that's a little bit of the difference we'll be seeing in between the men's and the ladies. Because of the men's speed, a lot of them throw the ball really hard. They're going to make these pins jump up high. That was the 3-pin off the side wall and a string pull on the corner.
Just the one open for Kevin Clark.
Big lift on that one that time. He got it thin, that left-hand pocket, and he's just converting everything.
So that's 3 now. He has back-to-back in 6, 7, and 8, and the pressure really on Terry Little with a strike spare combination. Needs, I think, desperately a strike here to give himself something.
8th and 9th frames. He really needs strikes in both of these to try and put some pressure back.
Oh, that's a good one. That's a start.
Great reaction, a little bit thick, but again, because of the angle and the rotation, he carries and breaks this up. Very consistent release at the foul line. Arm swing stays exactly the same on every shot.
Little, who works for Arvin Meritor. They're a manufacturer of truck brakes in Tilbury, Ontario. Down in southwest Ontario, between Chatham and Windsor.
Missed that one a little bit left, and he gets a big break. Second chop off in a row on that left-hand lane. He's made the spare. Little different angle to convert this chop off. He goes straight up the boards at the right 3-2. Relies a little bit on the ball breaking. Other than that missed corner pin in the 4th frame, Terry's been very accurate.
Kevin Clark now with 3 strikes up, and he has a potential of 352. Can really put a lock on this if he can strike here.
First strike in the 9th, he'll be on his way to shutting Terry Little out.
There it is.
Crossed over that time. It was thick, but again, good speed, good rotation. Needs 8 pins in the next 3 balls to shut Terry Little out. Ouch. That looked like the opening frame. Way back in the first, Kevin punched that left 3-pin. Converted the spare.
Yeah, otherwise he's been terrific.
Any pin on the lane. 5-pin or the 3-pin. Kevin Clark will advance.
Oh, come on.
Well, that puts a little bit more pressure on him.
Yeah. Thankfully he's got one more chance at it here.
Well, he's just has to guard against going through the hole. Kevin having a good look at the scoreboard. Bowlers are great mathematicians.
But he's thinking about it. He's thinking about it.
Well, absolutely.
And, you know, considering where he starts on the lane, and that hole is on the left side.
Yeah, he's going to play this a little bit right. Guard against going through the hole. See, he changed the angle that time. He wasn't way left like he was on the first couple of shots.
Wow. Gee whiz. Kevin Clark smiling about it, and he'll bowl at 281. Made a little more difficult on himself in the 10th. And that's the problem for Terry Little. That's another head pin for him.
Yeah, he never really got on a roll. He threw some great shots. 4 strikes in that game. He had 1 double, but it seemed like he, strike, chop off. And then after the double, he had 2 open frames in a row, including a missed left corner pin.
So Kevin Clark, as his wife Jen looks on, has eliminated our defending champion Terry Little. Kevin Clark from Regina will move on. When we come back, it'll be Brad Glynn from Mount Pearl, Newfoundland, and Gail Lilemo from Anoka, Alberta.